Hi guys, welcome to A Moment with Miss Dudley. I am a new YouTuber, a new content creator, and I just figured that I would start my first video just as I am. Um, I had a recent experience of moving my things from another state, and I'm really, really tired, and but I just felt really motivated to go ahead and start. So I prayed about it, and I felt like this was a good subject to begin with. And just as I am, no makeup and with my bonnet on, I figured it was a way to really introduce myself to the YouTube community and to the community of other content creators, especially those that I really, really love and have really helped me over the years. And I'll do one video shouting out to you guys in the very near future. But anyway, again, I want to talk today about moving and or moving forward. As I mentioned briefly, I had a storage unit in another state. Initially, it was supposed to be temporary. I had just relocated there, and I had every intention on staying, but I didn't. I was finding myself not liking the place, feeling very lonely, and not really having a community to operate in. Not finding like-minded people, and it was just really tough to find a community that I can fit into. But the hurricane ended up blowing me back this way, but because I moved so abruptly because of the hurricane, I ended up leaving my things there. So that's how I ended up having the storage. Now, fast forward from the idea and plan of the storage unit being a temporary thing, it ended up being 1 year. Jeez, it was so frustrating. Paying that storage bill unnecessarily, super frustrating. At any rate, so the 1 year goes by, and I say I have to go and get my things, so I go and get them. Okay, I flew out to get my belongings. And when I got there, I discovered that my things were had some a lot of my things had been stolen. Clothes, shoes, leather coats, just clothes, and it was super super frustrating. But it was really really hot, and I was ended up having to do it by myself because my best buddy, who was a guy, backed out on me at the last minute. It was super super frustrating. It was so hot. I had to figure out how the heck I was gonna get from the airport. Well, initially I got my rental car from the airport, got there, got my rental vehicle, my rental moving vehicle, got the things loaded, which was difficult too because of course it was just me doing it, but I got through that. But I had to figure out after that point, after locking my moving truck up, I had to figure out how the heck I was gonna be one person and drive my rental car back to the airport and get it turned in and get myself back to the rental truck so I can take off. Nightmare. Okay, I'm. It was in a somewhat unfamiliar place, so I don't like using Ubers or taxis or Lyft yet, especially again being in an unfamiliar place. So I didn't, and then the taxi drivers were trying to charge me a whole bunch of money outside of the budget that I set out for that transport. So that was really frustrating too. I ended up, okay, don't try this at home, guys. I ended up asking a complete stranger to help me, to drive me to my destination, drop me off where my moving truck was. And God is so good. I ended up, approaching a guy who was a Marine Corps veteran, and my destination was along his route. Now, I'm a Navy veteran, so this made for instant camaraderie. But again, he was a really nice guy, really kind guy, very understanding, and certainly understood my frustration with airports and transportation issues. So, shout out to Kevin from Temple, Texas, that gave this damsel in distress a ride. Thank you. Very kind, very nice. I offered him, a great portion, most of the $60 that I set out. He took it very nice, like I said, and dropped me off. And I said a prayer. I felt led to say a prayer for his wife, and his family, as further compensation because I really was super appreciative because I was on the verge of tears, guys. It was so frustrating. And again, what I didn't say was that my best buddy backed out, and I didn't give you many details on that. He promised me a year ago that he would help me and that I wouldn't have to do it by myself. But when it was time for me to make a more solidified plans to do so, he backed out on me. I was more than willing to, coordinate with him with the schedule and, set that time for a later date, but he just flat out said no. Okay, fine. People change their minds. This is normal. This is life. But, when you give a person your word, they hang on that. This is associated to or associated with how they understand you and recognize your character. So, again, with him being like my best buddy, I was really disappointed again at him backing out. But, have you noticed that this is how life is? You know, I'm back, and you can see that I'm back, and I made it through that experience. But again, it just made me think about life. This is how it is in life. No one wants to help you, or it's hard to find help to do the heavy lifting, to get the bumps and bruises, and the struggles to move forward or to move. People, you may find people to be around when you have the success and or you've reached that destination, but it's so hard to get people to help you along the way. People that can be trusted, people that can be, relied upon. And it's like that with moving too. Everybody knows that moving is hard. Again, who wants to get sweaty? Who wants to, have to grunt and, wince at the pain it takes to, lift the boxes and things like that. But I mean, if you give a person your word, geez, keep your word. It's super frustrating. I'm a Christian, so I look for scriptures to, help me keep things in perspective in life. And so, the Ecclesiastes 4:9 says, two are better than one, for they have a good reward for their labor. So again, moving, it takes more than one person to do anything. And it's just so much better when you have two or more. Matthew 5:37 says, but let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than these, it cometh from evil. So in other words, let your communication be yes or no. Let it be very clear. Because anything other than that causes confusion. The Bible is very clear that God is not the author of confusion, and that's found in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33. Then James 3:16 says, for where envying and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work. So confusion and evil hangs out together. So guys, when we change our minds on things, it's understandable, but just try not to confuse people, especially with people that you've brought in close to you, and that they're dear to you. Disappointments happen, but try not to do that to people, because it just super frustrates people. Gosh, I really wanted to make this video this way, guys, and just using an everyday experience to teach a bit of a life lesson. Yes, we're in the last days where people aren't. It's like people are less and less trustworthy, and people are so. Sometimes they put on airs and they put on these coverings to make themselves appear to be more than what they are, which is another reason why I wanted to make this video this way, so as to introduce you guys to myself as a new YouTuber and a content creator, to see me just as I am. No airs, no makeup, bags, a little glossy, shiny over my face, and whatever. This is me. Hopefully this lesson, is a bit of a reminder to help you guys to remember, be clear in your communications, and be upfront with one another, and to be, if all else fails, ready to go it alone, to move forward alone. People may give you your word. You may think you can depend on someone, and it may not even mean that they're a bad person or unreliable person, but just, to keep things in perspective, understand that, you may have to move forward in a project or through life alone, and be perfectly okay with the person backing out. I mean, I have no other choice but to be okay with them, because people have their will, they have their choices, and, you can, based on the situation, make the choice to continue your relationship and friendship with them, after that fact or at that point, depending on, how it went. But again, I just wanted to make this video this way to, again, introduce myself to you guys, make a video about something that's, very understandable and everyday life like, and hopefully you guys got something out of it. Again, this has been your moment with Miss Dudley. Please like, subscribe, and share, and comment. Give me pointers. I would love to have pointers on how I can make my videos better, how I can make my content more clearer if I have not been. Hopefully, I've been consistent with my points. And again, you guys got something out of it because I really love to help people. Again, you'll be seeing this face more often, not with the bonnet so much, but you may, but just so that there's no shock value, here I am as I am. And I'll be seeing you guys at a later date. I will try to make more videos more often, but it just depends on how I'm inspired, how things come to me, how I'm feeling motivated to do them. Yeah, that's me. Again, for the YouTubers that inspired me to go ahead and get started, I will do shout out videos to you guys because, if I appreciate you guys, I appreciate your labor over the years. I appreciate, you sharing and opening yourselves up to people like myself. And it really helps to motivate me because as a YouTuber and a content creator, I've reached a point in my life where I've wanted to start something new, and this is something new. And if it were not for your influences, I would not have had that motivation. And I know that there are certain things in your lives that cause you to begin your journeys. And I'm not sure if you've got a chance to thank your motivators, but this is a small portion in my other video that will directly focus on that. Will be that pat on the back for you, or not that pat on the back, but the pat of support for you, because people like me really appreciate you guys' labor and the things that you've put out, because they are helping people like me. Again, hopefully my message on moving and moving forward again has helped someone. And again, if you like it, comment, share, watch later, add it to your watch list. Just be a part of the moment. And I am appreciative of the moment that you've taken out of your day to watch this video, and hopefully I can do more. Okay, so this is it, guys. Take care. God bless. I love you all. And okay, bye. Thanks for sharing this moment with me. And remember, your life can change in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye. So take advantage of those moments. Okay, bye.